Skills for independent living, getting a job. There are many skills that are important for getting a job. Read the story below and see what happened to Tyler. Tyler read the woman's name tag. It said she was Barbara Cole, store manager. Just the person I should talk to, Tyler thought. "Excuse me, Mrs. Cole," Tyler said in a confident and friendly voice. "I hear you are hiring salespeople. I'd like to apply for that job." Mrs. Cole nodded and said, "Please leave your resume. I'll read it this afternoon." Tyler swallowed hard. He did not have a resume, so he could not leave one. Tyler could not get the job without a resume. Getting a job is not easy. You have to prove that you are the best person to hire. Knowing how to write a strong resume and how to fill out a job application form will help. Preparing for the job interview is also important. This chapter will help you increase your chances of getting the job you want. A resume is a summary of your education and work experience. It is best to limit the summary to 1 page. The purpose of the resume is to convince an employer to call you for an interview. Your resume should introduce your work experience to the employer. Your resume should be typed and on plain paper. Your full name, address, phone number, and email should go at the top of the page. Use large letters and bold type. Make it easy for the employer to know how to contact you. Then describe your objective or the kind of job you would like to have. However, many people choose to describe their job objective in the letter. The letter would go with the resume. The most important section of your resume is the list of your work experience. Start with a job you have or the last job you had. Write the date each job started and ended, including the company name and your job title. If you do not have any experience in working for an employer, list your volunteer work. You can also list jobs such as babysitting, lawn mowing, or other things you have done to earn money. Include any information on the job that an employer would want to know. For example, Miriam was a server. However, she does not say she served customers. The reader already knows that. Instead, Miriam says that she also supervised people. This is something an employer would want to know because it shows she is responsible. Next, a list of when and where you went to school and graduated should also be included on a resume. Include any classes or courses you have taken that would help you on the job you want. This education section should come first if you are still in school or have just graduated. It can be last if you have been out of school for a long time. Include a section on your skills at the bottom of the resume. Describe things you do well that will help you on this job. List any of your interests that relate to this job. Name any honors or awards you have won. Always tell the truth in your resume. If an employer finds out you lied on your resume, you will not get the job. Don't exaggerate your abilities or list skills you don't have. Remember that a resume introduces you. If it is messy or has spelling mistakes, you will look bad. Make sure your resume is neat, complete, clear, and well organized. Then the employer will be more likely to call you for an interview. Another rule to follow when writing a resume is to start each description of your job with a strong verb or an action word. Avoid I, me, and my. For example, don't write, "I took orders from customers." Instead, start with a strong verb. Handled customers' orders. Add details and numbers to show that you did your job well. For example, do not just write answered the phones. Instead, write answered the phones, and took messages for 4 attorneys. There are also some things you should not include when preparing your resume. Do not explain why you left a job, because you can do that during the interview. You do not have to list your age, race, ethnic background, sex, or religion. You do not need to list your job references either. You will put them on your job application. Writing a resume is a good way to present yourself to an employer. Just make sure to have someone check or edit your resume before you give it to a potential employer to make sure it sounds good, has all the necessary information, and is written correctly. Well-written resumes may help you obtain the job you want someday. Skills, SKILLS. Hire, HIRE. Typed, TYPED. Truth, TRUTH. Messy, MESSY. Verb, VERB. List, LIST. Edit, EDIT.